Hi guys, it's Aziza and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are talking about decision making. All day long, we make decisions. We make decisions from the moment we become conscious and not even before we open our eyes. We're already making decisions, we still have our eyes closed. We're in bed already thinking, deciding what to think. Let's start there. We're already starting to decide what we think by what we think. We're already deciding to think the things we are thinking. So we start deciding as soon as we become conscious, and then we get out of bed and we're deciding, do I want to brush my teeth first or start my coffee? Do I want to make my bed now or do I make my bed later? We just make decisions nonstop. We go to work, we go somewhere. Do I use my GPS or not? Do I follow the GPS or do I follow my intuition? When sitting in traffic and we looking at the other lane and we deciding, do I switch up lanes or do I stay in this lane? We decide. We end up making decisions every single time, every second of our day. All day long, we make decisions. Decisions is literally our life. This is every single day, all the time. You decide what you're gonna eat, what time you're gonna eat. You make the decision. You make decisions non-stop. Sometimes the decisions we make are easier than others. Sometimes, a lot of times, most of the times, the decisions we are making are even unconscious. We don't even realize. That's how easy and automatic they are. Other times we make decisions that are harder to make. We have to make decisions that are met with doubt, that are met with fears, that are met with negative thoughts. And we're thinking, should I do this? Do you really think you can do this? How are you gonna do this? You decide something and then all of a sudden you think negatively. All of a sudden you think fear-based. You want to call someone and then you're like, oh, what if they're busy? What if it's the wrong timing? What if they don't answer? You made the decision. You made the decision to call them. You made the decision not to call them. You made the decision to go after your dreams. You made the decision to not go after your dreams. You made the decision to stay miserable in your life and stay in that job that you hate, or you made the decision to quit and go after your dream and after your dream life. We constantly make decisions, but some are way harder than others. But at the end of the day, here too, you decide. Are you gonna make the decision that is hard, or are you deciding to not make the decision that is hard? Decide to choose the easy path, the easy way, the usual way, the known way, the non-risky way. You decide if you give in to your fears and your doubts, or you decide to overcome your fears, overcome your doubts, and say, F it, I'm going to do it and I'll figure it out. I'll see what happens. This is what happened with me when I got fired. I right away decided to view the situation as a redirection. I decided not to play the victim. I decided not to get scared and panicked and fearful and doubtful of the future and of what is going to happen. I decided not to give in my fears and my doubt and in my how am I going to pay my bills? What job am I gonna find? What am I gonna do now? I decided to think of it as a redirection, to think of it as a more positive event in my life than a negative one. And by deciding in situations in life, deciding means you have a choice. You always, always, always have a choice. You always have a choice. You decide what choice you're making. You decide, do you want to see life as something that is happening to you? Do you want to see events and things out of your control happening to you or happening for you? When I got fired, I decided this is happening for me. This is God protecting me. This is God directing me. I decided to focus on all the positive of the situation. And I did not expect to get fired. I did not expect that at all. It was surprising, but in the moment, I was like, you know what? I didn't like the job anyway. I wasn't fulfilled in the job anyway. It was time for me. It served its purpose And now I'm on to a next phase in my life. I decide to see this in that way instead of seeing it as an event that is stressful, that I'm a victim of, that I have no control of, that I'm totally destroyed and I panic. I let it affect me in a negative way. You are in control of your life. You have control of your life. God gave us free will. We decide. Free will is literally willpower. We have the power to choose. We have the power to decide. And this is the biggest power you can wish for. When you have power to decide, you have power to control how things are happening to you, why things are happening to you, how you perceive them, and what you get from them. Even if it's things that you don't have direct control of and it's unfair and you didn't want it, you still have the power to decide to look at it in a certain perspective and under a certain angle and to take what you can from it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What lesson is here for me to learn? And you know what? Even if you don't have a direct lesson, at least you have the experience of that event. That way, that means that the next time, if something similar happens to you, you will be better prepared to handle that situation. You would know better. You would be in a better position to handle it a different way. You always can gain from what happens in your life. You always have the choice and the decision to make. Do I want to benefit from this? Is this happening for me or to me? Always speak for me. You want life to happen for you, not to you. You want life to be with you, on your side, not against you. Otherwise, you are going to be miserable, stressed out, negative, attract the same BS non-stop your entire life. Make the decision. You have the power to decide. And you either decide to go the miserable route or you decide to go the I have the power, I can decide, I make the right choices. And even when they're hard, let me calm down because I'm getting heated. I'm getting very passionate here because I really want everyone to realize the power. You have a tremendous power within you. And once you realize that you can choose in your life, you can decide, you have a choice. And when you start deciding for you and making decisions that feel good for you and making the decision to go after what you want despite the fears and despite the doubts that come in your way, and you decide to move forward instead of staying in fear, that's when you really transform. That's when you transform yourself, and that's when your whole life changes. All of a sudden, you realize you're not a victim of your life. You are the creator of your life, or at least the co-creator of your life with God. You are the author of your life by making decisions every single day, all day long. Every single decision you make compounds to what your life is, to what your next year is gonna be like, to what your 5 years and from now is going to be like, by the decisions you're making all day, every day, today, tomorrow. But it's very important for you to understand that you have a choice. You can decide. You have willpower. It's on you to decide. You have to decide. Even when you understand that, right? You understand that you have willpower and you have to decide, and you do decide. It's not even you have to, it's just a part of who you are. You making decisions 24/7. There are decisions that are going to be way harder than others, and those decisions, they are going to come with doubt, and you're going to doubt yourself, and you're going to have fears come up. And sometimes you are going to give in. You are only human. I'm not saying stress yourself out and criticize yourself every time you make a decision and you realize you made a decision based on fear. No. When you have those hard decisions, it's difficult. It's difficult to overcome your fears. It's difficult to overcome your old patterns. It's difficult to make things differently. So you have to be gentle with yourself. You have to take it one day at a time. Take it one day at a time, please. Don't even worry about tomorrow. Don't even worry about yesterday. Be here in the present moment and make the decision you can with what you have in the moment. If what you have right now is fear and doubt and you cannot decide, to quit today and go after your dream life, start your dream business. It's okay. It's okay. You can decide to move forward to that decision by preparing, by doing something else, a smaller step, learning what are your options, what aids can you have, what type of business you want to open. Let's learn about the business sides, learn about the management side, learn about the financial side. You can make little decisions every day. By making those little decisions, eventually you reach your bigger goal. Eventually you made that bigger decision by making those little decisions every single day. Eventually you create your dream life. Eventually you decide the big decision that once upon a time you were so scared of making. You could not decide this because you weren't ready for that decision. But by making smaller decisions every single day, you end up making the decision of your dream. You end up making the bigger decision. It compounds, it adds up, it takes you there. This is moving forward. This is moving towards what you want. But you have to decide. No one else is going to decide for you. You have to decide to believe in you. You have to decide to believe in your dreams. You have to decide to believe that even if things are difficult and you have no idea how it's going to work out, you don't know. Well, decide to believe. Decide to believe that God got you. Decide to believe that the path is going to unfold as you're taking a step forward. Decide to believe that help is going to come to you. Decide to believe that you deserve what you want. Decide to believe that if you have it in your mind, if you have it so strong in your heart, that desire you want, that thing you want, if it's in your mind and if it's in your heart, decide to believe that it's meant for you. It's already yours. That's why you want it so much. Decide to get back up when you fall. Decide to turn your failure into a stepping stone. Decide to learn from your mistakes and learn from things that happen that don't feel good. Yes, it's unfair. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it disappoints. What are you going to do about it? You're going to play the victim and be sad and miserable and stressed out and depressed? Or you decide to, you know what? Let me learn from this. Let me make sure I don't do this next time. Let me make sure this person, I know what's up now. Let me make sure that when someone shows me who they are, I take that into consideration instead of my delusional hoping ass and projecting ass. No, when someone shows you who they are, take it for what it is. Decide, okay, they did me wrong that time. Next time, I'll know better. I decide to learn from what just happened to me. I decide to learn what just happened when I rush and I scratch my car. Now, I don't rush when I'm in my car. I take my time. I choose safety. I decide to be safe. I decide to be on the calm sides of the spectrum instead of the stressed, rushed side of the spectrum. Decide to do the work that is necessary for whatever you aspire to do and be and want. Decide to rest when your body is telling you it's enough. I'm tired, you're getting sick, your back hurt, your lower back hurt, your stomach hurt, your head hurt, your neck hurt. Decide to honor your body. Decide to be aware. Decide to be aware of your physical feeling, emotional feeling, your energy. What is it telling you? Decide to be aware of this. Decide to be intentional with your time, with your presence, with your energy, with the things that you do, with the things that you listen to, that you watch, that you eat. Decide to take care of your body and your health. Decide to grow. Decide to fight for your aspiration and goals. Decide to love yourself. And it's going to be the last decide to because I feel like at this point I'm just gonna play this back to back when I'm depressed. Decide to love yourself. Honor yourself and love yourself. Decide to love yourself every single day unconditionally, no matter what. No matter if you made a wrong decision. Even though I don't think there's a wrong decision, if you decide to learn from that decision that you made that didn't serve you, decide to love yourself no matter what. The day you decide to love you for who you are unconditionally, it doesn't matter what is going on in your life. It doesn't matter what you didn't do. Love yourself. You deserve to love yourself. When you decide to love yourself, guess what? Other people decide to love you too. And the people that don't decide to love you, you will not let them be in your life because you love you. You only want people that love you in your life. You are not going to choose people that do not love you because you decided to love yourself and to respect yourself and to honor yourself. So those decisions that you make, again, it's a domino effect, but it's also a compounding effect. It gets bigger, it extends. The decision you make for yourself, other things in your life are going to match that. If you decide to be positive, to believe in yourself, to love yourself unconditionally, you are going to attract and experience things that are on the same frequency, on the same level. Decide to stop being miserable. Decide to not be a victim anymore. You are not a victim. Decide to let go of that victim mentality. You are not a victim of your life. You choose to be a victim. This is a decision you make every single time. Every single time you blame somebody, every single time you fault somebody, every single time you give your power away to a situation or someone and feel like, oh, they made me feel this way. You giving the power to someone else, to your emotions. Your emotions are your emotions. They are not somebody else's. You can decide to not give them the power to affect your emotions. You can decide to not give them the power to affect your moods, to affect your day, to affect your health, to affect anything and everything. You are not a victim. You decide to be a victim. You choose that. You decide to take no responsibility over your life and over what you do, over what you think, over what you feel, and over what you experience. You are making that decision. So let go. Decide today. Decide right now. I let go. I let go of this victimhood, victim mentality. And it's hard because even in society, victimhood and victim mentality is rewarded sometimes. It's rewarded with empathy and with attention. This is not the type of attention you want. The attention of, oh, poor little thing, oh, she's a victim. You do not want this type of attention. Negative attention is not going to serve you for nothing. On the long term, it is not going to serve you. Let go of blaming other people. Let go of giving your power away. The victim mindset of life isn't fair, of I always struggled in love, I always struggled in finance, I always struggled, I'm a black cat, I have a terrible luck, of course that will happen to me. Always struggles and problems happen to me. This, you literally decided to call this to you. You literally creating this because you have this energy in your head and in your entire being of being a victim. Guess what? Life is gonna make you a victim. You want to be a victim, you decide to be a victim. Life is going to give you victim. Life is going to give you victim events. Life is going to make sure you stay what you believe you are. Life is going to give you and make sure that you receive what you ask for. If you're asking for victim by playing victim nonstop, you will always have problems. You will always feel like a victim. You can decide. You can make the choice to take over and to have the control again of your life, of your entire being. Let me give you a breakdown of the victim mindset, the victim mentality. If you're constantly blaming other people for what is happening in your life, if you're always thinking, why me? If you always feel powerless in situations, if you think that other people control your happiness, your success, your emotions, if you wait for life to change instead of you changing, you have a victim mindset. You decide to be a victim. You play victim. This is your role. This is the role you decided to play in your life. I am going to be a victim in that movie that is my life. You can decide to be the hero. You can decide to be the superhero of your life. You can decide to be the writer, the star, the happily ever after character. You can decide to be the successful, the transformation that inspires everyone around and that is against all odds. You can decide that. Many people before you did it. Look at the people that were born deaf or that were blind or that didn't even have legs. All those people that, despite all those things, they decided, I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. If I want to do this and this and that, I'm going to do this and that. I decide. I'm not a victim. Look at Wei Chao. Look at all those people, all those musicians, all those artists, all those athletes, all those people that you look up to. Many of them could have decided to play the victim, could have decided to be a victim of their life and their circumstances, but they decided not to. They decided to take control, to take their power back, to take responsibility, and to go after what they want despite whatever is coming in their way. You have the same, they are not superior to you. We are all created equal. They are not higher, bigger than you. They are not better than you. They make the decision. You are a decision away. Every single step, every single day, you are a decision away from what you want in life. You are a decision away from your dream life. You are a decision away from your happiness. You are a decision away from your peace of mind. You are a decision away from feeling safe. You are a decision away from feeling abundant. You are a decision away from your dream life. You really are. And the sooner you realize this and the sooner you embrace that power, the sooner you honor that power, the sooner you use that power that you have, and you make the decision to move forward. You make the decision that serves you every single day, all day long. I promise you, you are going to look back after a month, after 3 months, after 6 months, after a year, after 5 years, after 10 years, after 20 years, and you are going to be very happy and very grateful that you decided to take over, that you decided to take control over your life instead of playing the victim. You're gonna be so happy that you dropped off and you stripped off that victim mindset and that victim costume that you literally play every single day. We love to complain. Even when you talk to someone and they ask you how you've been and you catch up, and any given situation, pay attention next time you catch up with someone, next time you tell them a story, next time you share events that happen in your life. Pay attention to how you talk and what you say first, and how long you spend on the negative versus the positive. Just become aware. Decides to pay attention to those little things, and you will see. And the more aware you become of those things, of the victim mindset playing, because it is automatic. You've been doing this for years. It's going to take time. It's going to take time to break this habit. But as soon as you realize that you're complaining, that you're being negative, or that you're blaming someone or something for how you feel and what's going on in your life, literally stop right there and decide to turn it around, to flip it around. You know what? I don't even want to talk about this anymore. This is negative. This is not serving me. Either you redirect the whole conversation, either you decide to go a whole different direction. Stop talking about the subject if it's too hard for you to turn it to a positive and to focus on the positive. Or you take the responsibility that yes, it's not your fault, and yes, it's fucked up and it's unfair, but you know what? How you respond to it and what you do about it and what you do from it and how you heal is your responsibility. So focus on that. Focus on, you know what? How can I feel better? Let's talk about this. Let's catch up about this. How about you help me figure out? Help me, give me ideas. Let's brainstorm about my healing. Do you have any advice? Or you don't, or you can't talk positively and you can't help me in a positive way? Let me stop talking about it and let me stop talking to you right now and let me focus on my healing, because that's my responsibility. And it's all good if you can't help me. Literally become aware and decide to choose you and to go towards the powerful way instead of the powerless way and the powerless path. So here are like 4 things that you can do to shift your victim mindset and become the creator of your life instead of the victim of your life. 1, ask yourself, what can I do with this? What can I do with this situation? What can I learn from this? What can I take from this situation? It's always something for you to take, to learn, to not repeat, to become aware of, to break a cycle, to grow from, to learn from. Always, always, always. So pause when something happens and you want to play the victim and you want to be all stressed out and panic and be negative and go in a spiral and repeat the same scenarios and always the same relationships and the same problems and the same everything. Ask yourself, one, what can I do with the situation? What can I get from it? Can I get something from it? Can I learn something from it? If you can't find right away, focus on how can you heal? How can you heal from this? How can you process the emotions that you're feeling and then let it go? Second, tell yourself, I can either learn something from this or it's strengthening me. It's strengthening me. And even if I can't see it right now, what is strengthening me for and preparing me for, I know it's preparing me for something. Next time something happens that is similar to this or the same situation, I will be well prepared. You know what? I will know better. You know what? Next time won't happen. This situation is never going to happen again. Tell yourself that you have the power. You have the power to avoid those situations. You have the power by your choices, the choices that you make. By the decision you make every single day, you rewrite your story. You rewrite that mindset. You become the author. You become the writer. You become the producer. You become the star of your life. You are not the background and you are not the victim. Third thing that you can do to rewire and to shift that victim mindset to a powerful mindset. Recognize and take responsibility. Yes, in life, things are going to happen that are out of your control. It's life. It's literally the game we're playing. This is just what it is. Ask yourself, recognize that, yes, indeed, I don't have power over this situation, especially when it involves other people. I don't have power over what is happening. However, I have the power to decide how I react to it. I have the power to decide how much power I give it to it. I have the power to decide how I respond to that situation. I have the power to decide what I'm going to do with this situation. You have power. You have tremendous power. You have so much power, I think we can't even go around it with our minds because we have so much power. But the biggest power of them all that you can grasp and that you can practice and that you need to wake up to, and it is willpower. You have free will. You decide to stop playing the victim. You are not a victim. You were not created to be a victim on this planet. You were not. You choose that. You literally choose that every single day. Every single time you blame somebody, every single time you complain, every single time you feel powerless, every single time you give in to your fears, to your doubts, to your pain, to your circumstances, to the events that happened in your life. Every single time you play the victim, you give that power away. Your biggest, strongest, most magnificent, most miraculous power, you give it away. And that's why you're miserable in life. That's why you don't achieve the things that you want to achieve. That's why your situation around you is not the best, because you give that power away. You decide. You have the power to choose. You are literally a decision away from being your best self and living your best life. And guess what? The more you decide to keep your power and to use your power and to move forward no matter what, and to go back to being positive and to go back to believing in yourself and to go back to doing the work that it takes and to go back to making the decision that you have to make for your highest self and your highest goods, that power strengthens. You become more and more powerful, and less you give your power away. Now, every situation that comes in your life, no matter how hard they are, how big they are, how impactful they are, you are going to be able to get right back up way faster than before. Practice your power, practice your willpower, embrace it, realize it. First of all, recognize that you have that power. You have the power of how you react to things, of how you handle things, how you heal from those things. You have that power. Embrace it, use it, practice it. The more and more you do that, the more powerful you are, and the more limitless you are, and the more you are going to align with everything that you want, and you are going to receive and attract everything that you desire. The more you own this truth and live by this truth, the more freedom you are going to experience, the more happiness you are going to experience, the more joy, the more positivity, the more peace, the more power, the more everything that is good, that you enjoy, that you desire. Everything that you desire desires you more. You are blocking it. Please practice your power, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I'm out of breath. I feel like I was just like being like a tough love type of vibe. But I hope this helps. I hope this brings perspective, makes you realize things, wake you up, help you, bring awareness. Hope this video benefits you, and I am so grateful for you and for your time. Thank you for watching and for making the time for you and me to be here together, grow together, expand together, and create the life that we deserve. We were not made, I'm sorry, but the chances that we exist, the chances that we are existing on this planet right now are crazy. We are not that lucky to exist, to be miserable and to be victims and to struggle and to be in a rat race and to be stressed out and to be sick and to live in fear. No. Trust and believe. That was not the goal when we were created. That was not the goal when we came on earth. That was not the goal when God created everything, or universe, or source. No. You are meant for greatness. You are meant for happiness. You are meant to feel amazing and to live a beautiful life. So don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on the things that make you happy. Don't give up on your aspiration. Don't give up on those desires that you have. Decide every single day to take the step and to make the moves that serve you and to move forward toward all those things that you want, and to be at peace and to be good and to just live a joyful life, okay? As much as you can, because obviously we're human, it's gonna be ups and downs. That's just a part of it. We would not be enjoying the good if we didn't have the bad, okay? So don't hate life because negative things happen to you and happen in life. Grow from them, get stronger from them, bounce back from them, and enjoy as much as you can, okay? You have willpower. You have the power in your head. You have the power within you. Everything we need is within us. Let me calm down. I'm done. I'm repeating myself. So I hope this helped you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.